my goodness, knight d8? Whoa.
Bishop g5 with mate.
No way!
He has to give it. Mate! He voted mate!
Chance, look, f7. Whoa, no! No! No!
Hey, so what's your rating these days?
About 2100.
Wow, that's amazing! Puzzles! What? There are 72,084 different possible positions after 2 moves. 9 million different possible positions after 3 moves. 318 billion different possible positions after 4 moves.
I'm gonna play the London.
Seriously?
I'm sorry.
Norway, land of fjords, majestic mountains, cliffs and waterfalls. In addition to stunning geography, Norway is home to the greatest chess player who has ever lived, Magnus Carlsen. Since 2013, Norway has also hosted one of the strongest chess super tournaments in the world. And it is one for which Magnus has claimed the top prize in the last 4 years. Can anyone stop him? This time, he'll meet one of his toughest challengers ever at his home tournament, with 9 rivals all hungry to beat the best. From Carlsen's fiercest online rival today, in their first classical over-the-board battle in nearly 4 years, Hikaru Nakamura, to the young star Carlsen once handpicked as his most worthy championship opponent, Alireza Firouzja. 2 more young stars are trying to follow in his footsteps, Nodibek Abdusatorov and Gukesh Domaraju. 2 established stars have already won a super tournament in 2023, Anish Giri and Fabiano Caruana. 2 more long-time headliners seek to take their next turn atop a major tournament, Wesley So and Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. Finally, Carlsen's countryman and friend, Arian Tari, rounds out the field. Who will come out on top? Will Carlsen run the table yet again, or will someone else usurp the throne? This is Norway Chess.
Welcome to round 6 of Norway Chess, and it might be peaceful outside in Stavanger, but inside the arena of Norway Chess, a storm is brewing. After yesterday's unexpected result, the competition has been thrown wide open, setting the stage for some thrilling battles. I'm your host, International Master Ivanka Hauska, and as always, it's a great pleasure to be here calling the action alongside legendary Grandmaster Judith Polgar and the magnificent Grandmaster and commentator David Howell. And Judith, after yesterday's unexpected result, the competition has been blasted wide open. What can we expect from the players?
Well, we can see that more than half of the tournament is over, right? So this is going to be something very, very interesting coming up. It was very interesting to see how Fabiano drowned versus Mamedyarov, and at the same time he lost heavily. It was very painful for him, but he was such a lead ahead of the others that even now he's ahead with 1 point. So if he can recover and his mindset is right, then it means that he should be still extremely happy to be in the lead and get ready to play today.
Get ready to play today. And David, when it comes to the tournament, is now in the final stages. Does this mean the players are going to now start taking risks?
They certainly have to, especially that chasing pack who are hunting down Caruana now atop the leaderboard. It's still wide open. 9 of the players could still feasibly win the tournament, but they have to win in the classical. Armageddon won't cut the mustard right now. It's all about taking risks, and for those who pays off the risks, yeah, I think everything is still possible.
Everything is still possible, and after yesterday's results, well, there was a lot of emotion at stake, as Judith highlighted, because Fabiano Caruana did crash out to a superb Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. Other results, Magnus Carlsen defeating Anish Giri in the Armageddon portion. What other results, Judith, interested you the most about yesterday?
For me, it was very interesting to see Hikaru, how he was determined to win in a classical game, because he knew that Mamedyarov is going to give a good fight for Fabiano, and whatever happens there, I know that Nakamura is following all the other games pretty heavily, but still he knew that this round can be the moment for him, I believe, and he knew that the underdog is doing pretty badly. It was his birthday, maybe he did not know about that, I don't know, but you feel it when you still want to fight for the first place. You know that the other one, your rival, has to lose, but you have to score the full point. And he knew it. He was playing a tricky opening. Well, not so tricky, but it was a slow opening. But somehow he outplayed Tari in a very, very convincing way, I must say.
Yeah. And David, any of the Armageddon results that kept you entertained?
Yeah, all of the Armageddons. That's the beauty of Norway Chess. First of all, we should mention Magnus winning yet another Armageddon. He's won all of his Armageddons so far, 4 out of the 5 rounds so far, beating Anish Giri yesterday. Great stuff from Magnus, but also Gukesh, just really confident, really just efficient, taking down Abdusattorov yesterday. For me, that was maybe the Armageddon of the round.
Yeah, and there might only have been 2 decisive results in the classical, but there were a lot of movement in the standings, because we did see Fabiano Caruana maintain his lead, but it has been shortened significantly, because Hikaru Nakamura, with that classical win, did leap up to 9.5 points out of 15, just 1 point away from Fabiano Caruana. Alireza is there, 7.5 points, but get this, from 9 to first place is only a 4.5 point difference, which means anything can and anything will happen. And talking about action, let's have a look at today's matchups, because we're in for a treat. As always, it's Norway Chess, and headlining there we can see Ariane Tari playing white against Magnus Carlsen. And Judith, which matchup are you eagerly anticipating?
I think the most I'm interested about Alireza playing against Hikaru, because Hikaru is heated up for a fight, and he knows that he's just right behind Fabiano, and they are real rivals. You can feel it in his interviews also that he would really like to catch Fabiano. So that is definitely the game of the round for me. But of course, Fabiano against Nodirbak is something I think will be extremely interesting as well.
And for you, David, I know it's very difficult to choose.
Yeah, it's difficult. All of the matchups will be exciting, of course. But, Jovanka, we're in Norway. I live in Norway now. I'm looking forward to that Norwegian derby between Ariane Tari and Magnus Carlsen. Magnus with black. He really needs to win if he has any aspirations of winning the tournament. So, big day for him.
Certainly a big day for Magnus. He will have to take some risks because he's playing black. And of course, it's Norway Chess, and Norway Chess has a very fighting format. It pushes chess to its boundaries. It's a 10-player single round robin, 120 minutes for the entire game. Sounds like a lot, it really isn't. And there is only a 10-second increment added after move 40, and in the case of a draw, this is where things get very special, because the players will then have to play an Armageddon game to break the tie. And of course, fighting chess means no draw offer before move 30. And as David and Juliet have highlighted, the players do need to start winning their classical games, and there we see Alireza Firouzja and Hikaru Nakamura gearing up for their fight. Now, it's very interesting because when we came into this tournament, Alireza was ranked number 2 in the world. And then this position went to Fabiano Caruana after his magnificent start. And according to the stats, that position has actually moved over to Hikaru Nakamura, who's now number 2 for the first time since 2015. So it's more than just Norway Chess. It's a matter of pride, right?
Yeah, the live ratings, they're shifting every single day. And yeah, who will be world number 2 at the end of this tournament? It's up